I don't think we're ever in a stress-free life, but stress-light lives, as well as getting people to realize that, the diseases that they have, we're seeing more, as Mike said, we have more diabetes, hypertension, more unhealthy people than we've seen in a very long time. And why is this happening? And so part of what I do is help people change their mindsets and allow them to transform their bodies for their ideal life. I'm someone who doesn't necessarily subscribe to this idea that there's a perfect diet for everyone. There's a perfect diet for you, and we need to find that, and that's where personalized medicine comes in. I love the discussion about the FDA versus what we're seeing in other countries, because I spent a good amount of time in Europe when I was a student living in Cyprus. So I'm pretty familiar with the European equivalent of the FDA. And I think one of the big distinctions is how that process happens. And so I love that you're going to the policymakers, right? And so in the FDA, we don't have to say that something it doesn't harm you before it can be added to an ingredient. Whereas in the European Union, you have to prove that something doesn't have harm before it's added. So for us, our capitalistic sort of nation has been developed in a way that we wait until there's a crash before we put a stop sign.